Today we are talking about cookies, one of the most wonderful topics in the world, and I am so pleased to be here with Francois Payard talking about your new book, Payard Cookies. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you so much.
So, tell me a little bit about the impetus for this book, because cookies are so simple and yet they're so hard to get right.
Yeah, I think cookies is the most simple things to do, and I think it's why people like cookies. I think sometimes the execution will make a difference. The idea of the book is a lot of people catch on it because it's very few ingredients and they realize they can do it. It's perfect to do with the kids and it's few ingredients.
And so what do you think are the biggest mistakes that people make when they're making cookies? Is it temperature? Is it rushing it? Is it the wrong ingredients?
Depends. If it's a hard dough, I will say it's over mixing. And if you over mix the dough, it will spread too much cookies.
What are the things that people tend to not have that they need?
Say the silicone mold. You can go to Sur la Table, you can go to William & Sonoma. You find them everywhere. It's so easy. Alors, after the shape, depends on whatever shape you want. But the idea is all the soft cookies we have in the mold, they're so easy to make. Take 5 minutes, like you see. Ingredients is always the same. A lot of almond flour. There's not too many ingredients required special, and not too many tools. That's the reason why it's so easy to make. The only 2-3 recipe complicated would be the macaron, but the rest would be easy to follow.
Wonderful. So you're going to make a recipe for us today, one of your favorite and most simple. What are you making?
I will make the Vanilla Financiers, and is a cookie that we sell a lot in the box. We're making a Vanilla Financier, we're making chocolate, pistachio, and the idea is a perfect cookie with a cup of tea and perfect cookie with a coffee.
Wonderful. Well, will you take us downstairs and show us?
Yes, let's go downstairs. Okay, now we are in the kitchen and we will do the financier. Pretty much like every cookies, they require maybe 6 to 8 ingredients, and it's very quick to make. But only things with the financier, you need to allow 2 hours to rest the batter before you use it. You need to rest, and after that you'll be able to pipe them. I suggest you make them the night before, and when you're ready, just bake them, pipe them, bake them, and you can eat them. Let's start. Alors over here we have the almond flour. It's a California almond. Over here we have the sugar, granulated sugar. And over here, what we have the flour and the baking powder. We always recommend to mix the flour and the baking powder together to make sure the dry ingredients are mixed together. Now, I will make a little noise, but it's very simple. We love to mix everything with the KitchenAid. It's the best way to mix everything. If you don't have a KitchenAid, you can have a hand blender, but I suggest if you love to bake, to get the KitchenAid. Alors over here, you see, we have the almond flour, the sugar. Very slowly we mix together. Over here I mix the baking powder and the flour. And over here I have my egg white. Alors what I did before you arrive, I put the egg white at room temperature. If you really have cold eggs or cold egg white, sometimes the mix will separate. I suggest that you break them before, or you buy them already made if you can find them, but leave them at room temperature for an hour, because if they're too cold, when you will put the hot butter over, it cannot separate. It's not the end of the world, but we don't make the perfect cookies. And you see, little by little, I will add the egg white. Alors, very gentle. You see the KitchenAid is very low speed. The idea is to mix everything together. I will add the last of the egg white, and over here to the end I will add a little bit of vanilla beans. Alors we use a drop of vanilla beans to just give a nice flavor of vanilla. And now, like you're smelling, we're cooking the butter. The butter will come, and the butter, we call that noisette. What that means is, I will show you the color of the butter. We try, you see, I can smell the butter cooking in the back, and the noisette is, when the butter become almost like a hazelnut flavor. Alors I make sure there's no lumps, and now little by little. Alors be careful, don't pour the burnt part. I will pour just everything about the butter very slowly. Alors I go slowly because I don't want to put the heat too much too fast. And now it's very important. Can you look at the bottom of the pan? Voila. You can see I need to have the hazelnut flavor, but I don't want to put all these brown particles of the butter. The mix looks very beautiful, nice, perfect. And you see it gets a little bit more consistent. Make sure there's no lumps. Voila. Alors at this point, we suggest to chill the batter for 2 hours. Alors in our kitchen, we don't have we have a full-size sheet tray. We use a Cecil pat, but you can find them in the shop now in the small version. Even if the flexi pan, we like to spray a little bit the mold. I will pour my batter, and now I'll be ready to pipe. Look, you have to try to pipe them the same. Alors you have to fill them up 2/3 of the mold. Now we will bake them 380 degrees. Will take approximately 12 to 15 minutes, depending on the oven. What we're looking the top be a golden brown color, just golden, no overbake, and it's supposed to be almost, when you eat them, like a sponge, and very airy, and with this beautiful flavor of hazelnut butter. Okay, now you see I already baked them. What I like to do for the shop, to give a little bit more appearance, to look more exciting, we sprinkle a little bit of sugar on the top. In the book we don't, but the sugar we doesn't do nothing, just I think make almost like this. I will describe it a cupcake, but it's not really a cupcake. And you see what we're looking, look at that. We're looking to have a beautiful consistency over here, and that will make the perfect financier. I hope you enjoy it.